Ah, quick cash-in games. Where would we be without them? They really are the lifeblood of the gaming industry. If you find any intellectual property with just a tiny little bit of recognition behind it, you can bet there's been a game made of it. Speaking of popular intellectual properties, Disney has a lot of those, which brings us to today's topic, Aladdin. Take that down. What are you trying to do? Get this video taken off for copyright infringement or something? Movies aren't my area of expertise at all. We're here to talk about Aladdin. Wait. For the Super Nintendo. Wait. An early 90s game made to capitalize on something already popular. I wonder if it's, Oh great, another one. Platformers really were the go-to genre back in the early 90s. If you wanted to make a game really quick and just slap a brand name onto it to make some quick money, platformers were your best bet. As for its basic mechanics, it's a platformer. If you don't know what that means, go watch the Sonic 3 video for a much better example. The major change is the addition of a run button, which I'm pretty sure Nintendo required of anyone who made a game for the Super Nintendo. The best way to examine this game, I think, would be to just go level by level and look at what the gameplay has to offer, and then talk about the story. Oh, the story. There are quite a few problems there. Well, before you go and vomit your opinion all over the comment section, I'm talking about the story presented in the game, not the movie. The game and the movie are two completely separate things. This game has a responsibility to tell the story properly. Let's see how it does. The first level has you moving through the streets of Agrabah, dodging guards. In this level, I kid you not, we will see nearly all of the ideas that this game has. Swinging from poles, jumping on poles, and extremely narrow platforms. Okay. The first level is entertaining. Those gameplay elements haven't quite had enough time to get stale yet. The level flows really well and the animations are really smooth and all that sorts of stuff. If I had to compare the first level to something more recent, I would probably say Assassin's Creed. It's quickly and pretty effortlessly moving through an ancient city. Oh look, it seems we've arrived at the plot. Alright, let's start pretending we haven't seen the movie. Who is this girl? How did she get in this situation? Why are we supposed to save her? For all we know, she could have burnt this guy's house down and sold his children into slavery. As for the actual boss fight, all you do is dodge his sword and jump on him. That's it. After each level, we're treated to the game's storyboard. What are you looking at? I'm not calling them cinematics. They're pictures with text. What guards? There were no guards. There was an angry shopkeeper with a sword, but no guards. It's almost as if this game is relying on something else to fill in the blanks for us. I don't know who Jafar is. You haven't established that yet either. Well, since you didn't fill it in for me, I'm going to say Jafar is a very well-trained Labrador retriever who likes to disguise himself as an old man. You haven't given me an alternative. Let's move on before the plot holes cause the game to crash. That takes us to level 2, the inside of the Cave of Wonders. So you guys ready for some shocking gameplay innovation? This will just blow your mind. This level has, wait for it, dramatic pause, spikes. Yeah, that's right, spikes. Okay, so this level has a gameplay mechanic that's about as common as the jump button. But what else does it have to offer? Well, you can swing on things. And there are bottomless pits. Because you know what I love in a game? being stun-locked off an edge by a very tiny little enemy. Aren't those just great times? This level also takes a very sharp turn towards linearity. Compared with level 1, there is considerably less exploration, and it just makes the level less fun to play, and also ruins the replay value of this game, if it had any in the first place. And now we move on to the second part of the cave. The absolute bane of my existence. The lava chase sequence. A moving screen is bad enough. Add to it, can't touch the sides. Touching the sides instantly kills you. Add to that, boulders instantly killing you. And add to that, lava at the back of the screen pushing you forward to reduce your reaction time. There's nothing inherently wrong with the design of this part of the level, but it just seems a bit abrupt to me to go from, well, you've never used the magic carpet for anything, to, here's the magic carpet. Oh, and if you touch absolutely anything, we will murder you. I hope you have a lot of lives saved up from the rest of the game. Otherwise, this is going to be rough. After that video game atrocity, we meet the genie, who takes Aladdin into his lamp for a moving platform level. What? Don't you remember that section from the movie? Well, if you do, you probably shouldn't have taken so many drugs before watching it. Speaking of drugs, the visual design of this level seems to owe a lot to them. The actual level design, though, is really bland, repetitive, and boring. The exploration has been reined in yet another notch on this level. There's almost nothing you can do that's off the beaten path. And the beaten path consists of moving platforms about the width of your character. Seriously, I don't think this level could be any worse unless it set the player on fire for starting it. Now, I've complained a lot about narrow moving platforms in this review so far. Lots of games have them, you may be saying, so why are they so bad in this game? Well, don't worry, there is a reason behind it. This barrel here, at the beginning of the game, is about the size of a normal moving platform. These steps that I'm taking are the absolute smallest that you can take. I am just barely tapping left or right to move, and Aladdin is interpreting this as a gigantic 5-foot stride. Character movement like this is not conducive to tiny, narrow platforms. In precision platforming, you need to be able to make small adjustments to get the most out of your next jump. This game does not allow you to do that. A tiny nudge towards the edge of a platform so that you can get better length on your jump could cause you to plummet off the edge pretty easily with these gigantic strides. With that level out of the way, Aladdin, the genie, and Abu leave the Cave of Wonders. On their way across the desert, though, Abu manages to fall off the flying carpet and finds his way into an Egyptian pyramid. And of course, we've got to go save him. As those of you who know the story of Aladdin have probably already guessed, this level has nothing to do with the movie. None. Capcom needlessly complicating a story? Never. I have heard some arguments around that they had to add something. They needed to make a game out of this and there just weren't any other opportunities for levels in the movie. It's a real shame that they couldn't find anything else in the movie that was, connected or related that would have made an interesting platforming level. Yeah, it's just a real shame. After this minor break from the plot, the game falls back in line with the movie. I wouldn't even call this section a level. It's a bonus, really, where you fly gently through the air and grab gems as you go along. What's wrong, game? Aren't you going to make touching absolutely anything kill us or lava fall from the sky? No? Hey look, we've got more plot that needs to be rushed out. I would just like to mention real quick that this is the first time the name Jafar has ever been connected with the image that we all know to be Jafar. Yeah, up until now the audience has been allowed to guess who Jafar is. It's not like he's important. Main antagonist. Hey look, it's a level with all the same gameplay elements as the last ones. There's really nothing to talk about with this level either. There's a couple new things, like you can control some of the moving platforms where they're moving, and flames come up from the floor in certain places, but really? It's as if the game developers had a grand total of 5 ideas and attempted to carry a whole game on those 5 ideas. Since this is the last level, you face Jafar at the end of it. He has 2 forms, Sorcerer Jafar and Gigantic Snake Jafar. Sorcerer Jafar flies around in the air throwing enemies and lightning at you, and to beat him, you jump on his staff and bounce off of his head. Beat him and you can move on to the final battle, as the game so happily calls it. Alright, I guess I can admit that this is one of the more interesting parts of the game. You're standing on the body of a giant snake, which will move around and try to dip you below the fire. You have to jump on the snake's head. You can either do that by using its body against it, or jumping on the little round things it coughs up. What are those, by the way? Snakes don't cough up random round things. And with Jafar defeated, it's finally time to bring this story to a close. Wait. Let's take these plot holes one at a time, please. First, lied to her about being a prince. It was never established that A, he did that, or B, that she even cared. Second, law hasn't been mentioned. Nobody said anything about the law. Right now, we have no idea what you're talking about, game. None. No idea whatsoever. You're just saying random things. Yeah, she loves him. They've shared a screen for all of 2 minutes in this entire game. But she loves him. I think Romeo and Juliet had more going for them in their relationship than this. Hey look, it's another major plot point from the movie that's getting a whole 5 sentences worth of text at the end of the game. Game, you keep talking about this law, but we don't know what it is. We don't know what it says, and we don't know why we should care. Fine, just continue saying random things that we don't know about. Alright, final boss is over. That's it. The game is over. And it wasn't very good. The platforming is repetitive, and the player movement doesn't go with many of the level design choices that they were going for. They had precious few gameplay elements, and they tried to stretch them out so far, but it just didn't work. You know what this game's problem is? It wasn't made because somebody had a good idea for a game. It was made because somebody wanted to make a little bit more money off of Aladdin. Speaking of which, it managed to butcher its source material as well. The main conflict of the movie, that Jasmine and Aladdin can't get married, isn't really even mentioned until the very end. That the genie wants free, not mentioned till the end. Jafar, not formally introduced until the end of the game. It's almost as if the story was even a cliff note. If somebody had picked this up first instead of the movie, I doubt they would have watched the movie. Because they would have been like, what's going on? I have no idea what they're talking about. They're just introducing stuff at the very last minute, and I don't get what's going on. Overall, it's pretty bad. It's not exactly something I would say don't play it at all. It's okay platformer for the first level, and the final boss is kind of entertaining. Other than that, it's devoid of ideas, and is just sort of blah. See you next time.